Hello YouTube and welcome back to a brand new Black Ops 6 video here on the channel. Now in today's video I'm going to give you a full tutorial on how to actually quickscope in Black Ops 6. Now before we get started, if I could just please ask you to leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel, because we do helpful videos like this every single day. So if you could do that, it'd mean a lot to me. But let's get straight into it. So before I take you into a game to show you exactly how to quickscope, I just want to talk you through quickly why I'm making this video and just what we're going to be talking about. So obviously a lot of people, you jump onto Black Ops 6, you want to snipe, you're getting the long range kills pretty cool, but then if somebody comes up to you, you're just having no luck. You're getting into a gunfight close range and you never stand a chance. Now this is the reason why I'm making this video, how to actually quickscope. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take you into a game and talk you through some points. We'll start off in private match, then I'll jump straight over into an actual game and showcase all the tips and tricks that I'm going to give you in real life. Wow. So the first tip which I'm going to give you, which is really important on when you're quickscoping, is make sure you've got your crosshairs lined up in the center of the screen. If you're facing a slightly bit down or a slight bit up, when you zoom in, you're going to be missing. So you want to try and get to the point where you can keep your crosshairs central so you can take a shot and it hit the target every single time. To practice this straight away, come into a private match and just practice going like that, zooming in and out quickly and hitting the target every single time. And then on to the next step. Now obviously when you are playing in a real game, enemies don't just stand like this. It'd be really fun if they just stayed still just like that, but unfortunately they don't. So as a next step, you can practice what you've learned in step 1, but do it whilst moving, or moving and then stopping and then going for the scope again. Just like that, and just keep practicing that until you're getting comfortable with it. Obviously if you're just jumping straight into a public game with this, you're gonna probably be dying quite a lot and it's not going to be as fun. So maybe come into it, maybe have a run around, have a look at some different ranges like you can see there, and just have a look at some of the mannequins, move around, slide a bit, go for the quickscope, and just keep practicing that until you feel like you're hitting the mannequin majority of the time. Another tip which is really useful to when you're learning how to quickscope and snipe in general is when you're running around the map, don't be running around like this. When you're just learning how to quickscope and you're learning how to get the shots up on the enemy, the last thing you want to be doing is sprinting around the map like this, like what you would do with an AR, and going like this, because it's just you're gonna be all over the shot when you zoom in and it's just gonna be hard for you to do it. That's something that'll definitely come later on, utilising the movement. But for now, just kind of stay like this, run like this, and try and keep your crosshairs centrally and in the middle of your screen. Also, you want to make sure that when you're zooming in, you're not zooming in too quickly, because otherwise this will happen. If you're rushing shots, eventually you're just going to get some that are going absolutely wayward. So you want to still take your time with it. Obviously you are quickscoping, but you don't want to do it too quick to the point where your shots are just completely erratic. Get a nice balance. You're not rushing it too much. You're just kind of still taking your time with it, because when you're getting into these 1v1 gunfights, you need to hit your first shot, because otherwise you're just dead. The TTK that is now just it's so quick that if you miss that shot when you're running around quickscoping, you are just going to be finished. And I think that's about it for my main tips at the moment. I'm going to show you in an actual game what this means and how to do it in an actual game when you see moving enemies. So now I'm going to talk you through some clips which I've hit utilising all the tips and tricks which I've given you on how to quickscope. Now the main point which I want to really re-emphasise is keeping the crosshairs in the centre of your screen. This is going to really help because the enemies will all appear in the centre of your screen. So if you can master keeping the crosshairs central and zooming in on your crosshairs, really using them to help you out, it's going to give you a massive advantage when walking around quickscoping. As you can see from my clips, when the crosshairs are central, you can easily zoom in and get the kill. Now, you might have to move a little bit if you're not necessarily quickscoping all the time. Sniping on Black Ops 6 makes you use a different variety of quickscopes. Sometimes you're quickscoping like that, but like I say, the central crosshairs really do help you out. Again, you're coming up behind another enemy, keep it central, you can quickly zoom in and get the kill. You'll also see from these gameplays, and like I mentioned earlier in the tips, is not to run around completely mental, just trying to go into the enemy spawn, running around like you run around with an SMG, because 9 times out of 10 it's going to be them that come out on top. You want to be able to just walk around slowly, focusing on keeping your crosshairs central so that when people do come, you can easily pick them off.
Like I say as well, quickscoping, it is important, but also other methods of quickscoping are also applicable. Like you can see from that tip there, you can drag scope, that works out pretty well, but especially with the Omni movement this year, it really does come in handy. Obviously, it's a completely different kettle of fish sniping in a private match compared to sniping in an actual game. So like I said before, practice in a private match first, get your shot on, even put in some bots, some moving targets, that might come in handy, and eventually you can take it into the public game. You are going to probably get quite frustrated at first, but if you practice on private match, when you get into a real game, you should be okay, and eventually you can develop your skills there, because you are going to learn the best playing against other players. Of course, it's nice to get a nice foundation by playing bots and things like that, but eventually you are going to have to join the real world and try it out in a public game. But these tips should massively help you out, so hopefully you can utilise them as best as possible and really improve your quickscoping in Black Ops 6. There's no rush, it will take some time, but eventually you should all be good. Now thank you very much for watching, hopefully you did enjoy the video. I'm going to be making loads more videos like this, so if you aren't subscribed then please do subscribe. I'll end the video with this insane clip that I hit on Nuketown 24/7. Nice little 5 on screen. Have a great rest of your day, hopefully I'll see you again. See you later.